Okay, we're back, and this is going to be the last segment of basically cannabis and how the government is supposed to work in those orders and fashions of the law and the letter. Now, I'm just going to back up and start like a little paragraph back. If I could reach the ear of President Clinton, now it would be if I could reach the ear of President Obama. My advice to him would be this: forget this campaign promise. Please do not sign any crime bills until you know who the real criminals are. Whatever you do, don't sign any bills that would call for the electrocution of the likes of George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. Proponents of drug prohibition have long claimed constitutional protection of America's anti-drug laws in Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph 3, wherein the Congress is given power to regulate commerce with foreign nations and among the several states and with the Indian tribes to justify this argument. The verb regulate has been broadly construed to the 18th Amendment to the Constitution establishing alcohol prohibition, which would never have been necessary. Alcohol prohibition could simply have been passed like any ordinary statute, and it would have been protected by Article 1, Section 8, Paragraph 3. But the Supreme Court at the time had more sense than to accept this absurd argument and had in fact already overturned a number of state prohibition laws. As the amendment and later repealed by constitutional amendments, the Constitution has never been amended to enact prohibition of anything else, so anti-drug laws may easily be found unconstitutional on these grounds. Another favorite ruse of the prohibitionists is to claim that anti-drug laws are mandated by treaties the U.S. has long signed with other nations. Citing Article 6, all treaties made shall be supreme law of the land. Those who make this argument may be unaware that in Reed versus Covert 354 U.S. 1 at page 17, the U.S. Supreme Court has found that this court has regularly and informally recognized the supremacy of the U.S. Constitution over a treaty. In this case, even a statute in place before the treaty takes precedence. Justice is provided for in the American system of government when America's anti-drug laws are finally ruled unconstitutional by the U.S. Supreme Court. Those previously convicted of violating these laws will be able to return to court as plaintiffs and sue their government for the damages and suffering they have been forced to endure. So, people, if you back me and you get me in there as president, I will see to it that this is upheld and upheld, and that everyone who has ever sat time for marijuana use, marijuana distribution, marijuana, anything to do with cannabis, marijuana, or anything, it will be overturned. You will be able to come in to the courtroom. You will be able to hold the government as not the plaintiff, but the I always forget what that is, the defendant, and you will be the plaintiff, and virtually you will be able to sue the government for damages that were acquired, whether it was time spent, monies, family, away from your family. I mean, you're going to be able to claim lots of things, and the government is going to have to repay you big time for that. And that's just the beginning stepping stone of what I will do as your president in 2012. And we will make it legal, and we will be smoking it, we will be enjoying it, we will be watching it make trees and plants and fibers for clothing and you name it, paper products, lotions. You can do just about everything with it, and it does it better than anything or any resource we have. And it was created free. It was made from a seed, and it says in the Bible, and the earth brought forth grass and herb yielding seed after its kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was itself after its kind, and God saw that it was good. Genesis chapter 1, verse 12, the King James Bible. And also, God makes the earth yield healing herbs, which the prudent man should not neglect. Sirach 38:4 of the Catholic Bible. And then this here is the official, cannabis cultivation permit. As creator of the most blessed and beneficial herb known variously as cannabis, hemp, ganja, Buddha, marijuana, pot, weed, etc., etc., I hereby grant the right to possess, cultivate, and consume it to all living human persons, including the person undersigned below, which is Jesus Christ, name of the cultivator, God, the supreme arbitrator and highest authority. And that would be me. So just so you know, we need to get this back into full effect. We need to get everyone that is sitting behind bars out from behind those bars and back into freedom, back to their families where they belong, and taking care of their kids where they belong, instead of all these broken households and things because of the government busting people for something that actually they have no right to, because this plant is not illegal, but the laws against it are. The laws against it are illegal. They are the ones that are going to be put behind bars. They are the ones that are going to have to pay out big time lawsuits and big time monies back into the pockets of you people, of me. I, at one point in my life, back when I was 21 years old, I believe it was, 1991, I was busted. Actually, I believe I was set up and walked into a marijuana field while I was hunting, and so happened to be, ended up picking the stuff, and lo and behold, wouldn't you know, we got busted with it. And I sat 4 months and had to pay like $3,000 in fines, and was on probation for 2 years and had to do 200 hours of community service and all kinds of stuff. And basically, like I said, I believe I was set up. I believe I walked into that field not knowing and having a clue that it was there, and somebody planted that field, was watching that field, and we happened to walk into that field and they busted us. And it changed the course of my life. It actually, I was all signed up to do auto body, to become an auto body technician out at Fox Valley Tech in Appleton, and I had my Pell Grants, I had everything, and I lost it all. I lost it all because of that. And had to sit behind bars, lost my voting rights, lost all kinds of things, lost my firearms, right to bear arms. And you know what? I don't care about that, because that's another thing. When I become president, and I know you guys, you hunters and all you people are not going to like to hear this, but it's time we lay our weapons down. It's time that the guns all get put down.